Hi, I'm Roger Firestein. Thanks for reading Create in a Flash, A Leader's Recipe for Breakthrough Innovation. If the book is the recipe, this video is your cooking lesson on clarifying the problem using questions. Before we have a look at what it's like to work with a group to clarify a goal or a wish or a challenge, I'd like to make you aware of the roles in a creative problem-solving session. Basically, there are three roles: the client, the facilitator, and the resource group. The client is the person who owns the challenge and has primary decision-making authority on it. Sometimes the entire team owns the challenge and all members share that role. But in this example, one person will be the client. The facilitator is the person who manages the creative problem-solving process and keeps the group and the client moving toward a successful resolution to the challenge. The facilitator is never involved in the actual content of the session. I will be the facilitator in these videos. The resource group are the people who generate options or ideas to solve the challenge. Now, I recommend that some of the resource group members have a basic idea of the problem the group is working on, but it's also helpful to have some people in the group who are not familiar with the problem at all, so they can bring a fresh perspective to the situation. The ideal size of a resource group is 5 to 7 people. Final note, if you're the leader of the group, do not facilitate the session. You need to be a part of the session to add your ideas and input. Unfortunately, leaders will often take on the role of the facilitator. That just doesn't work in creative problem solving. Don't do it. Have someone else get to be trained to be the facilitator. Here we are in the creative problem solving process. Clarify the problem, and we are diverging. Now, before we go to the session, please download the handout, Clarify the Problem. Now, let's go to the session. Tamara is our client, and in this session we have Diane and Mike, Teresa, Ashley, Carrie, and Marcus, and they're the members of the resource group. So Tamara's going to review her goal, wish, challenge, and her key data. And her goal, wish, challenge is, it would be great if I could develop a marketing team. As she's reviewing that, I'd like you to just jot down some initial problem statements or some creative questions. And they begin with the words how to, you could abbreviate it H2, how might, abbreviate it HM, in what ways might, IWWI, what ways might I, and what might be all the, WOMBAT. So once again, that's how to, how might, in what ways might I, and what might be all the. So Tamara, I'm going to ask you just a few questions around that. And if you would just start out, and first just, what's a brief history of your goal or wish or challenges, which is, it would be great if I could develop a marketing team. What's a brief history?
My company is growing. People don't know that we exist. Want to grow the brand in depth and breadth. Want to bring on the possibility of an intern to kind of execute some of the marketing ideas. I don't want to always be on social media. And I haven't had the opportunity to really grow the business because I'm in different places.
Once again, as Tamara is giving us the data about her goal or wish or challenge, just jot down what other creative questions or problem statements might come to mind. So Tamara, why is this a concern for you?
It's a concern for me because I'm not able to grow the company in the way that I want and speak more.
Okay, great. And so let's flip it around. How might this be an opportunity for you?
This might be an opportunity because it would allow me to get in front of my potential clients to speak more, i.e. grow the business, the brand.
Good, excellent, good. In relation to this, what have you already thought of or tried in dealing with this challenge of, it would be great if I could develop a marketing team?
So I have thought of creating, developing a marketing team. I have thought of bringing on an intern.
Okay.
I've also thought of developing a mastermind group as well.
Great. Just tell me, what are kind of your gut feelings? What are your feelings about this situation? What's your intuition telling you?
My intuition is telling me that what I'm doing right now does have some success, that if I really am able to develop a marketing team, it can really blow the roof off of what it is that I'm doing and how I can intersect with, again, potential clients in the spaces that I occupy in.
Beautiful. Now, let's just kind of fast forward. Let's say that we finished the session today and you're leaving with all this wonderful flip chart paper. You got this big smile on your face that you've really gotten what you needed today. So what might be your ideal goal or your ideal wish as far as what we might be able to get you from this session today?
Ideally, I would love to be able to walk away with having a solidified plan for developing a marketing team, maybe even some different approaches that I have not considered, and maybe even coming out of this particular session with the possibility of some contacts.
Beautiful, good. Folks, do you have any quick questions for Tamara? Questions?
How are you marketing right now?
So marketing primarily, I'm doing it on social media via my website, Facebook, and Instagram.
And are you having success?
I am having some success, but the majority of my success is coming from when people actually experience me. So when individuals come to my conferences, when they see me in the classroom, when they see me at conferences, every time I speak, I get another gig off of that. Yes.
Good. Any other quick questions for Tamara?
I do then. When it comes to social media, and you said that you don't want to be doing social media, is that you, like you personally don't want to be doing
Absolutely,
it?
me personally.
So having someone else in charge
Absolutely,
of that. Okay.
yes.
Samira, can you tell us about the company?
Indeed. So Macmillan Empowerment Enterprise was created in 2000. It was actually created to do one thing, to get women together, to let down their hair, to have conversation in a space where they could feel safe and didn't feel like they had to censor their material, and we would come together once a year to have a conference. Well, since then, my company has blossomed, so now am I not only getting women together, I'm also getting together college students. I am keynote, I'm speaking around the world, I'm teaching. So as you can see, being one person, I can't keep up with all of the spaces that I occupy. So we love engaging, educating, to emancipating people to do their very best things. We help people get unstuck by connecting their dots.
Right. So how many people are on your team right now that, clearly there's no marketing people on your team.
Right.
What is your other?
So my team exists of right now is my board, right? So my board is kind of my think tank. They help me develop other ideas and whatever, but, however, none of them are in the marketing space.
Right.
I do have some former students who kind of occupy in that particular space, but I've not brought them on officially.
Right. So they're helping you with the business versus.
They're helping me with
advertising.
ideas, but they really not help me
Okay.
with kind of putting anything out relative to social medias or even ideas to go forward.
Okay.
Excellent, great, thank you. And once again, I want to just remind you of the guidelines for generating creative questions or problem statements. Defer judgment, strive for quantity, seek wild and unusual questions, and combine and build another question. So you've got some already stored up here. What I think we'll do is we'll just take like 2 or 3 at a time. We'll go around, and then once we get them out, we'll add on to that as well. So Diane, you got something for me here?
Yeah. How might you make more time by letting go of some of your other jobs?
Great, good. Mike, what you got?
How might I delegate marketing needs?
Great. Teresa, give us a couple.
How might you live stream when you speak? How might you research for successful marketing plans? And how might you track the number of times your website is visited?
Good. And once again, Tamara, as a client, make sure that you're generating challenge statements, creative questions as well. So, okay, Ashley, what you got?
How may I find other ways to market?
Beautiful.
How to find and describe the positions needed in the company? And how might I finance my marketing team?
Great, thank you very much. Tamara, how are we doing? Is this working for you?
It is.
Are we on track?
We are.
Great, excellent, good, okay. Tamara, do you think we have enough creative questions or problem statements to give you different ways to approach the problem?
Yes, we do.
Good. Okay, so that's great. So what we're going to do in the next video is take this just a little bit further using a process called Why, What's Stopping Me?